Hey everyone, we're now offering complete white labeling for our social media campaigns. And by campaigns, I mean photo contests, viral sweepstakes, the referral sweepstakes, video contests, all of those different campaigns that Socialmonials offers. When people sign up for those, you can now send them an automated email from your domain versus coming from the Socialmonials domain. You already know that you can set up custom domains for the actual microsites where these campaigns live. Well, now you can also have your emails come from your domain to complete that white label circle. So, to set up a white label email, you're going to need to have some sort of SMTP access, and SMTP, that can be available through a separate service or even through your domain provider. Probably if you already have a domain and you own that domain, there are ways of setting up SMTP with that as well, and you'll need to contact your domain provider for that. For purposes of this demo, I'm going to use a free service called Mailgun. I really like this service. They're easy and quick to set up. They give you your first 10,000 emails completely free each month. So as long as you don't send more than 10,000 a month, you're fine. And it's highly unlikely that you will be. That's a lot of notifications. So the way to set this up is, let's just jump over to Mailgun. I'm going to let you go to mailgun.com and figure out how to sign up for the actual account. I've already done that, and I'm going to skip to some important steps. Okay, once you get your domain or you get your account set up, you're going to click on domains and you're going to add a domain. This is one of our test domains. It's called extrahugs.com. I recommend putting a mail in front of it. So if your company is extrahugs.com, you would add a domain, mail.extrahugs.com, by clicking this green button up here. Once this is added, it's going to ask you to do a couple of verifications that you need to place on your domain provider's website. And the nice thing is that Mailgun has instructions, very specific instructions on how to do that for each of the popular domain providers. Once this is done, you're going to jump down to domain settings. And this is where your SMTP credentials are provided. So click on SMTP Credentials. Now I'm going to bring back Socialmonials, and I'm just going to move this window over a bit and show you where to put all these different fields. So first thing you're going to do is jump over to Account Preferences and click on Email Notification Preferences. Then select Use Your Mail Server instead of the Use Our Mail Server, which is the default setting. For the SMTP server, that's smtp.mailgun.org, and that's provided right here. Should be the same for you. Use port 587, use encryption TLS, and I recommend just pausing this video, go to open your Mailgun account, and grab your credentials, and you can kind of compare it with what I have here when it's time for you to set up your account. Continuing on, you want to check SMTP auth. Authorize username. Where you get this postmaster at mail.extrahugs is right here. So where it says login on the left, that's where this goes. Your authorized password, this is located when you first set up your SMTP credentials. It's going to give you your password, and it doesn't show that anywhere except for right when you set up the password. So I won't be able to reveal that password here. But if you need to reset it, you always can, which is really convenient. Default sender name. You can make this anything you want. This might be customer service or marketing or sales, and that will be the sender, or it can even be your company name. The default sender / reply to email. This should always be something that's on the same domain. Like, notice how I have extrahugs.com here. If I have an account for extrahugs.com domain, and then I set my reply to email as george.com, you're not going to have very good deliverability, because when it gets there, they're going to say, hey, wait a minute, this is coming from extrahugs server, but this is coming from reply to George. Are they trying to spoof us? And they just might throw that in spam. So I always recommend using the same domain. And whatever you use here, again, this can be something like campaign at extrahugs. This can be help or campaign@extrahugs.com. The important thing to note here is that this is just a default. Where it's actually determined is inside your campaign. So when you go and edit your campaign, there is going to be a setting in the settings step where you can set up your own email notifications. And as you're editing those email notifications, there's a place at the top that says sender name and sender reply to email. It's going to pre-populate your defaults, but you can always change that. So if you have different clients you're managing from within your account, you can have a different sender name and reply to email for each one of those clients. Just note that you're only going to be able to have the one domain that's connected to your overall account. So it's really better to do one domain per workspace if you have an agency workspace set up with Socialmonials. So moving on, once you've already added all of this, this is when you're going to send yourself a test email. So just enter your own email address, click send. It's going to send it to your inbox, make sure it looks okay. And when it does, you're all set. From now on, whenever you launch a campaign, it's automatically going to use these credentials. That's it.